Okay, we made the spinning, indicator of weight, and now we are live. So, hello everybody. Happy Friday. Um, it's funny. A couple of weeks ago it was freezing, and this afternoon it was 80 degrees. Welcome to Louisiana. So that's what it's been like here. But I hope everyone's had a good week and um, ready for a good weekend. And it's funny, we have a whole lot of things that are going to be sort of converging next week because you have the new moon, which means the Lunar New Year, Mardi Gras. I believe Ramadan starts with the first crescent, so it's going to be the next day. But all of that is coming up in a little more than a week, and that's also Darren's birthday. So,
yeah, Mardi Gras is my birthday.
Yeah, and the Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
So maybe.
So if anybody wants to buy me a Powerball ticket or two or three and send them, go ahead.
No, I think you need to be the one to buy the ticket, but hey, we should still do that. So you never know. Um, but yeah, I think folks are kind of making their way here. Sarcastic. Hello.
Oh, and to the beautiful anonymous soul.
That sent the lovely cheese.
Sent me the lovely cheese box. That stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it was so good.
Yeah. Yes, we actually
Thank you, and thank you some more.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've got some of that cheese actually on the offering plate for tonight. So yeah, and I still don't know why it is that we've got everyone's handles and not like the names that they usually go by. I don't understand what that little weird quirk is, but at least I got the leaderboard out of there because there's really no need for us to be competing. It's kind of silly, but there we go. Okay, I think Indiana woke up from her nap, and she's going to be a bit disappointed to figure out that I emptied the pool that we had in the shower for her, at least for now. But that's okay. I left her a water dish and a pot of dirt.
And food.
Yeah. But you'd be amazed how well ducks can keep themselves entertained with a pot of dirt.
Just like those of us from the South.
Well, I just keep thinking of that Ren and Stimpy joke. The whole thing about the Royal Canadian Kilted Yachtsman.
Yes, Canada's greatest natural resource.
Dirt! We'll
eat dirt!
God, and that's what. How many years? How old is it now?
35? God, 30 plus by now. I was still in high school when I discovered it.
Oh. Yeah, sarcastic. He's like, I smash some pieces of cheese right now. Yeah. We'll have to enjoy it in moderation, But yeah, they've definitely got some good stuff. Well, I don't want to keep us waiting too long, but I'm trying to kind of give folks time to meander their way in. Excuse me. But tonight we're. We went from live stream ritual to vaudeville with a simple sound effect from Darren. I think your inner 13-year-old is coming out.
Sleep down.
Yeah, I'm just glad I don't have any light out. And by the way, I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember teachers getting onto you and claiming that you get high sniffing white out. That's not true. But a lot of us had teachers or administrators, or whatever, not want us to use whiteout because they thought we'd get high sniffing it. That was a long sleep debt conversation that we had last night. But anyway, this week we were honoring a feast of Horus. Horus has lots of different manifestations, just like you have Our Lady of Lourdes, Our Lady of Guadalupe, all these different aspects and emanations of the Virgin Mary. Well, popular deities like Horus had local manifestations, or sometimes not local as much as a different aspect of him, like Horus the Child, you know, um, Horus the defender of his father, things like that. Well, in this case, it's a Horus of a local area called Kem-ur, which means the Great Black. And, what that's referring to, don't really know. I think it probably was, either landscape or maybe cattle, because, there was, some. I'm not even gonna say anything about the noises you're making, but
Not intentional.
right. But cattle. I think there might have been an image or a representation for that area that involved a black bull. I know there was one for Heliopolis, but Kem-ur. There's also references in connection with Osiris with Kem-ur. So this was an ancient town that was connected to the Osiris cycle, which includes Horus. So I think it would be pretty fair to say, well, that aspect of him, with Horus, the son of Isis, it's also son of Osiris. So that's kind of the tack that we're taking today. So I also have a couple of images of Jehuti on the altar because we got some requests. One of our folks in Poland is actually studying for exams this week and asked if we could say some prayers. It's finals week. Plenty of us know how that goes. So we're going to ask Jehuti to.
As long as there are tests, there will be prayer in school.
Yes. So. Oh goodness! Sarcastic. Oh wow, that's a new one. Because Sarcastic is saying, I don't know about sniffing whiteout, but there was always those weird kids snorting stuff to get quote high off of, like pixie sticks or hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. Wow.
Because it's an alcohol.
Okay, alcohol.
Base.
Yeah, but
pixie sticks, get a life, man.
What is it you were saying about a classmate that like pulverized a bunch of saltines and then tried to sniff them?
Yeah, but he was just doing that to be an idiot.
Well, plenty of kids do that, but the childish and uninformed are always good for hijinks, no matter their age.
Or public office.
Yeah, but but yeah, I could totally see the pixie sticks or that stuff because powder, right? And no, it's got to be the right kind. But don't do that. Excuse me. I don't quite have the range for, but say no to drugs, okay? Drugs are bad. So, with that PSA. I know. Kids used to snort Kool-Aid when I was a kid. Look at me, I'm edgy and cool. Snorts Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just take the phrase snorts Kool-Aid and think about that for a minute. There could be nothing less cool than that.
Well, and to think, we're talking about stuff before the days of Tide Pod Challenge.
Right.
So take the normal stupid stuff that kids do and then add a social media or video challenge to it, and then we wonder why you know um, unfortunate things happen. But uh, be that as it may, I think we've managed to get mostly everybody.
If they ain't here, they ain't gonna be here.
Or they'll be. I know your mom will be in a kitchen. Oh, I think I see a hand over the screen. So yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get ourselves started. Oh God! Ha! Well, it's got several of them that have really bad sinus infections. Sarcastic says, got out of class with some poor innocent teacher thinks you have a bleeding nose, though. LOL. Oh goodness. I bet.
It's not the only thing I didn't pull.
Yeah, I could see you do it though. I could totally see you do it.
Nah, that would have taken a lot of effort.
Like stockpiling 19 bottles of whiteout just to try and sniff them wasn't a lot of effort.
It was, okay. It was. But at least it wasn't my whiteout. No, I didn't waste my parents' money. I just stole it gradually from teachers.
Yeah, this is what he's telling me as we're laying awake at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what? I knew you were obnoxious as a 13-year-old.
This is one of the many reasons I gave my life to Jesus.
Yeah, you went through all those bottles of whiteout and figured out, no, you can't get high off of it. You can hyperventilate, but you can't get high. So leave it to Darren to be the underwriter's laboratory guinea pig for that one. And on that note,
Yay!
all right, I'm just gonna see what that comment was. Okay, Gabriel's saying, is Nini, everyone, hope y'all are well. I was just wondering if I could have some prayers tonight. It's just been a rough day for me today. Also wondering if there's a God of new beginnings. Well, let's see. Probably several. Of course, Kepri being an aspect of the sun god, and becoming. In a sense, Horus can be new beginnings. And then, of course, you have your openers of the way, Neat and Wepwet. So all of them can have connections to that. So you're in the right spot. If you were having a tough day, let's see if we can make it better. And to kind of get you up to speed, we were talking about dumb things that kids sniff thinking they can get high. And why you shouldn't. So and I think we should definitely ask for some blessings for new beginnings, because we have again a new lunar New Year starting in a little over a week. The other things that are going on, and I just put some seeds in some little starter pots to see if I can sprout some New Mexico green chilies. So I'm really hopeful for that, because they were seeds that I bought while we were visiting out there last year. So I've been waiting months for the weather to get right, for it to be the right timing for us to start that. So some new beginnings are slowly starting to take shape all over, and we want blessings, and we want good juju for all of our ventures. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. As Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Yunachuru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts, and we've cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. Hey,
How is it that it got warmer and yet the water is colder?
it's contrast. It wasn't so bad when it was cold and the water was cold too. Mm. You know, it's funny with the huffing rubber cement. I never intentionally did that, but I did have to use a lot of rubber cement in college.
You huffed rubber cement whether you meant to or not. I know there was lots of joking about it as we were sitting there using it in our art classes. The what I remember most is as it would dry, sitting there and trying to rub the beads of it off and hoping it didn't stain the paper. But back in the day when we had to do design with analog ingredients. Wow, man, like really? I'm joking. I was there.
Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra in all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world. To everyone who is tuning in with us now, has been with us in the past, and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes. We're all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
All right.
And hello, everyone.
Yes. Yeah, you missed the wacky conversation earlier. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of tea lights for Sekhmet and for Mahes. And I got them hidden in here. Here we go. Okay. And we'll give some rose petals to Horus. There we go. So we light a candle for Mama Sekhmet, that she may bring peace and healing to all those who need it. Yeah, I figured it might do that. You gotta be careful with it when you're dropping a tea light into a novena candle like that. Hold on. We'll do this right. There we are. I have to use the long lighter.
There we are. So likewise with Maches, that he may continue to protect those who are in the path of storms. It's apparently that winter storm that we had was named Fern. They started naming winter storms, so that was winter storm Fern. But whatever their names are, may Mahes be master over them. So he can say, I know you and I know your name. You will rise in the Archetis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Horus, Lord of Kem-ur. Hail and praise, O Yenachuru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Yenachuru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Yenachuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. Give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you and cleanses you. It adorns you and takes its place upon your hands. O Yenachuru, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yenachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper. Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus be with wine, O Ra, O Horu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are opened with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Horus, Lord of Kem-ur, within his house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance. Thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, to Ra Horaketi, to Horus, to every place in which their immortal cause dwell. Excuse me. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Horu. Come to your bodies, O Yunachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba. To these, your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra and before Horu. All life comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them. And all good health comes from them, as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi, and your son, the Osiranisu Nevkeprura, your foes retreat from you. And Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Horechta henkets kakao aptus nachermahat Kut nibet nafra waber anket nacharim. And cow and achel machar nibe fir nacha. Voice offering, bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which God lives, because of all of these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at. They know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. Because we had some requests, real quick, I'm going to say it's a student's prayer for Jehuti. Come unto us, Jehuti, O noble Ibis, O you who love Kem-ur, letter writer of the Enid, great one of Yunu. Come unto us who are students, that you may give us advice and make us skillful in your work. You exalt those who heed your wisdom. You give advice to the widow and the orphan. Shai and Renenitit are with you. Come unto us, that you may advise us, for we are servants in your house. Let us excel in our studies, so that we may proclaim throughout the land. Great is the work of Jehuti. And for Horus, there's actually I found a dissertation that I started reading. It was published on Scribd or Academia, and these are a series of titles and excerpts extolling Horus that are actually from the temple at Dendera. So that's Hathor's temple, but these are things referring, her hubby, basically. Hail, O Horus Behdeti, great God, Lord of the sky, falcon of gold, the son of Isis, the potent heir, who came forth from the great one, eldest son of Unafer, king who protects gods and people, lord of fear, great one of the Aeneid, the noble god, lord of the Uraeus, who creates sun rays and shines with radiance like Ra. The great falcon, he of exalted form, the holy falcon, great of strength in the throne of Ra, being Edfu, the powerful one who slays his enemies. And this is from Isis's praise of Horus. Horus has arisen as ruler. The Aeneid is in festivity, and heaven is in joy. They have put on garlands, now that they have seen Horus Sa'aset arisen as king of every land. The hearts of the Aeneid are content, and the entire land is in festival, now that they have seen Horus, son of Isis, assume the crown of his father Osiris. Hang on a second, y'all. Oh, I see a super sticker. Thank you so much, folks. We always appreciate those. And Gabriel had asked for some blessing and to address God's connected to new beginnings. And since Horus is the one who's enthroned in front of us, and of course symbolically he assumes the throne of his father, so it is a new beginning, but it's restoring Ma'at and the right order, and the son assuming the office of his father. And so it's new beginnings but also continuity, and we ask him to give blessing on new beginnings, but also to help us to find stability and to keep our feet on the ground as we move forward, and always chase after the sunrise, because the sunrise is the ultimate new beginning. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Nathan Quincy said, I found a feather near my candles earlier, one I didn't place there. Didn't know that today was a feast of Horus until service. That's really cool. Okay, and Katie, you're saying you're going to get something checked out tomorrow. This is probably get checked out urgent care. Tomorrow is when I'm going to get it checked out. Well, then we should ask Sekhmet for some blessings for you, and Zabalin gave that sticker for the good fortune of my family. Absolutely. And Rabbit, if you could, I would like a prayer for myself. I'm feeling sad and misplaced right now. I need some peace and comfort before I have a panic attack. Oh goodness. Well, definitely. If you're listening in, then we'll read some prayers. So please don't be sad. And remember, it's not an accident that you're here. You're meant to be here, and the world needs you. You may not have found exactly how yet, but everyone has a role to play, no matter how great or how small. So, and you know what? This is a blessing of Ra. It also invokes Khepri. So, hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Yanu, and place your arms of blessing around us, around Gabriel, and around Rabbit, and everyone who needs it. The folks that live further north and are really waiting for spring and struggling with the late winter blues. And you too, Indiana. It's okay, baby. Marco. That's how we tell her what end of the house to go to. If we say Marco, it's to come back to the bedroom, and if we say Polo, then that's to the living room. So we play Marco Polo with the duck. Anyway, O Ra, O Khepri, O Lord of Yunnan, may we rejoice in your bounty and our hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neat and Upa to open their ways for us. May you protect us with your strong arm of compassion, for you are the All-Lord, the Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Khepri at dawn, Atum at dusk, Ra Haraketi, as you rule the Nine. Heaven is pure for Ra. The earth is pure for Horus. And every god and goddess between them is pure. And we worship and praise them. All right. It's okay, sweetie. Sweet, sweet.
We get to it. I would like to.
All right. Well, here's the thing with the cookies and the other things. I was adding some cookies to the basket, and there was one that came out. So I said, you know what? I bet you that's our one for the week. So let's go ahead and open this one to see what we have for the week. It's all right, sweetie. Come on back here. Approach Mondays with resilience, and you'll overcome any obstacle. Okay, and this is for everyone. Approach Mondays with resilience, and you'll overcome any obstacle. Well, and what is Monday? It's a beginning, start of a work week. And it's one that we often don't look forward to, but it's saying if you approach it with resilience, you'll overcome whatever gets thrown your way. So, message from Horus. And perhaps that particular aspect of Horus as Lord of Kem-ur, might be a hint about that aspect. And we're going to have to cut Darren a break. I know he's really tired because he's taking one medicine that means he can't take his sleep medicine. So he's been up late and not sleeping well. So he's really tired. So we will. If you hear him, he's resting because we're in a safe space, and it's
Yes, it happens.
Yeah.
Usually it's Sekhmet doing her work.
Yep. Okay. People. Mm. Mm. Duck call, if you can hear you. Actually, believe it or not, I do have a duck call. But here's the funny thing with those. I actually got a duck call. There was a gentleman named Eli Haydell who made duck calls way back in the day. He was originally he was partners with the dude that went on to do Duck Dynasty. But the Duck Dynasty people, which, not terribly surprising, they wanted to chase the fame and all the other stuff. Eli Haydell was the one that was like, look, that's toxic. That's not a good way to go. Y'all have that. I'm going to stay here and make my duck calls and my deer calls, which he did until he retired. But I have one of his duck calls from like 30 years ago. But funny thing with those, the way they tune them or whatever, they sound like mallards. They don't sound like domestic ducks. And there is a difference between the two. And I know this because for a brief time we had a mallard with us, but she was more wild than anything. And so she took off one day. And we never saw her after that. It's funny, I had a dream about her that she came back one day. Maybe in another life. But she was smaller, she was built a little different, and she had a different voice. So, you use a duck call on a domestic duck, they look at you like, why do you talk so funny? And seriously, that's the funny thing about that.
Can you imagine how we probably sound like to the ancients when we're doing their language?
Yeah. Oh, you know what?
the audio probably sounds a little different this time because it just occurred to me I didn't put the other mic on, so it must have defaulted to the microphone on the webcam, which is a good thing too because I look over and I'm like, hey, different mic here. But either way, as long as everyone can hear, then we're still good. So I'm seeing the requests here. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and slow the chat down so I can pick up. Yamana requested one, and then I'm going to pick up with Katie, a cookie and a text from Set. And then we'll go with Lucas, and I see we got 2 from the Discord. So, all right. Go ahead and do this. Okay. Yamanu, always accept yourself the way you are. Always accept yourself the way you are.
That's very useful.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so next is Katie Horton, and we'll start with the cookie and then a wisdom text, asking from Set. And we ask Mama Sekhmet to be with you tomorrow when you go to get that checked out, and may it go well and lead to health restored. And we've gotten this one before. We've gotten this during the days on here, but it says step away from the power position for one day. And so the vibe that I'm getting from that is let somebody handle things while you're getting this taken care of. But let's see what the wisdom text says along with that. Okay, you are meant to get 2 here because I ended up pulling them out. All right. Okay, more important are the hissings of the snake than the brayings of the donkey. And take dung, take manure, but do not make an occupation of scavenging. Both of these are from, of course, the instructions of Oxterstock. But
contextually, is there a difference between the two?
Between what?
Dung and manure?
Not really.
Yeah, and I don't think so. The
only thing that I can think of the winds up being is the most disgusting thing the Egyptians thought of. Anybody get the children of Kepri use it, make a new life from it.
well, but here's the thing, okay? Because this is an instruction saying, well, take these because and it probably has something to do with the words that they used for those. So there may be a nuance in the translation that we're not catching unless we were to try and read it in the original. But I don't know if there's that much of a difference in it. It's just saying, because think about it, manure. It's something. Yeah, it's stinky, but it's useful. If you're a farmer, you use that to fertilize your fields. So take those things if you need them. And the other thing is dung. Also, they dried that to use as a fuel.
Yeah.
because you don't have a whole lot of trees to be cutting down, and most of them have they're things like fig trees, date palms, stuff you don't want to be cutting those down. So you're not using wood for your fires. You're using dried dung. And even Herodotus talked about, the kids would go and they'd make little patties and they'd dry them in the sun, probably going, ew, it's gross. Yeah, well, I guess in fairness, we're sitting here talking about kids sniffing Kool-Aid. And, kids back then, well, kids are going to be kids. Kids are germ magnets no matter what. But no, I think the fortune there.
A whole lot of sand and not a lot much else.
Right. But I think, and that's why, it's kind of interesting when you use the wisdom text. Sometimes you have to, have an explanation, and that's why I'm gonna have to write a little book to go with a card set whenever I can make those. But this is one of those ones that needs an explanation. Saying, yeah, these things are they're garbage, but they're useful. But saying, don't make an occupation out of it. When you have it, use it, but don't make it a habit. And I think that's the greater context of that. And then, more important are the hissings of the snake than the brayings of the donkey. A donkey is loud and obnoxious. Snakes are more subtle, but you got to pay attention to those because they're more dangerous. It's the subtleties and the hidden dangers that it's talking about. And so again, and put that with, put that with the thing about stepping away from the power position. So this is something that you could uncover some things health-wise potentially, and be able to get it out of the way and head some things off at the pass. So don't ignore them. If you got to take some time to, have some procedures done or whatever, do that. Don't let things that you have to do out of necessity become a habit. So hopefully that helps. Let's see. Okay, so Lucas from Canum and Set asking for a fortune cookie. A significant breakthrough is coming your way. So, Lucas, a significant breakthrough is coming your way. And it's funny, this with the forecast about this lunar year, the fire horse, that's kind of in line with that too. So our requests from the Discord are Son and Rabbit, both wisdom texts. Okay. So we'll go ahead and pull those. I'm going to stick this down here. So this first one is for Son. Now I've got them face down, so I don't know what I'm pulling. Okay. A small worry breaks the bones. So that's for Son. A small worry breaks the bones. And let me try and tuck these back in a little bit. So we can pull one for Rabbit. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, that long one about if you are a man entrusted with responsibility, and one nobleman sends to another, be meticulous and deliver his message exactly as he dictates it, which, poor sarcastic, it's going to be a lot for you to. Let's see if we've got another one for Rabbit, especially because Rabbit's having a difficult time. Oh, goodness. I ended up pulling two. So for Rabbit, he who loves his neighbor finds family around him. He who loves his neighbor finds family around him. But there's another one. Don't drink water in the house of a merchant. He will charge you for it. So for Rabbit, he who loves his neighbor finds family around him. Do not drink water in the house of a merchant. He will charge you for it. Yes, and also if you're given a message, repeat it as exactly as it's given. So, okay. Good thing those are our only requests so far, because I know that's a lot to have to convey. But Gabriel, have a wisdom text from whoever wants to send one. Let's see what Horus has to say via the writings of the sages. It is the man of integrity who is the possessor of true wealth, and in court he conquers like a crocodile. So, Gabriel, it is the man of integrity who is the possessor of true wealth, and in court he conquers like a crocodile. And now Soriader asking for a cookie. Here we go. All right, Soriader, your friends accept you just as you are. Your friends accept you just as you are. And if they don't accept you just as you are, then they're not your friends. And Opal System from Anapu, and then Ray Sublet from Hathor. Okay, and Oh, okay. So Roma Blunt, you would play frisbee with cow patties.
You
Well, when they dry out,
still.
Well, hey, we're kids again. Oh goodness. Prayer for a request from Ms. Jackal for protection, especially from Anapu and Sekhmet, considering taking on something risky for the greater good of the community. All right. Well, we'll definitely say some prayers. But hang on, I'm just trying to make sure I don't skip anybody. Yeah, so we're at Opal System, and then Ray Sublet with cookies. So Opal, and you were asking specifically from Anapu. So Opal System. Wow. Always accept yourself the way you are. Always accept yourself the way you are. That's a recurring message that we're getting tonight. Accept yourself the way you are. So Opal system, that's for you. Always accept yourself the way you are. So that's from Anapu. And Ray Sublet asking from Hathor.
It is being a recurrent subject.
Say again?
It has been a reoccurring subject.
Yeah. Okay, Ray Sublet. This year will be full of surprises. This year will be full of surprises. So I guess try to plan accordingly. Or plan for things to not go according to plan, potentially. Okay, and Sarcastic asking for a wisdom text from Heru. And then Margot pick from a cookie from Anubis, Sekhmet, and Khonsu. But let's get wisdom for Sarcastic. Do not go to bed fearing tomorrow, for when day breaks, how will tomorrow be? And that's from the instructions of Amenemhotep. Of course, the rest of that, goes on to say, you should entrust that to the gods because they know and we don't. So do not go to bed, Sarcastic, fearing tomorrow, for when day breaks, how will tomorrow be? And let's see, yeah, so from Oedipus, Sekhmet, Khonsu for Margot pick. Margot. Bless you. Margot. Yeah. Margot, your friendships will strengthen in September. Your friendships will strengthen in September. Okay. Next, a wisdom text for Zabalin. And then Blue Conlin. Hi, good to see you again. I've got a cookie for you. So, Zabalin. Let's see. Well, whichever one my fingers managed to get a hold of and pull out of here. Seems like there's a lot of them. You might have some voicemail. Let's see. Okay, so Zabalin. At night a thief steals. At midday he is found. At night a thief steals. At midday he is found. Now I tell you what, there seemed like there's some other ones wanting to come out. Let your good deed reach the one who has need of it. Let your good deed reach the one who has need of it. Now, I think there's a context to that one, too. The idea of don't try and you can't do good for the whole world, but just do it for that one person who needs it. You were put in the path of somebody to be helpful to that one person. Don't worry about, saving the world. I think sometimes we put too much on ourselves. But okay. That was for Zabalin. Next is for Blue Conlin. And then for Mary Whippaway. So blue conlin. A loving family is a gift to be treasured. So blue conlin, a loving family is a gift to be treasured. And then from Mary Wepawet, from the Jackals. Oh my, you got voicemail. So here's your first one. Your career will take a positive turn in April. That's coming up. So that's one. Now, Mary Wepawet, your second one. Money can't buy happiness. It can only facilitate it. So let's put these together. Your career will take a positive turn in April. But remember, money can't buy happiness. It can only facilitate it.
Like you're going to be coming into some money or some form of
Promotion or something. Yeah, could be, but
don't lose sight of the other things.
yeah. Let's see, and I'm just okay, Katie. I'm going to head out, everyone. Thank you for the service. Love everyone. We'll keep you updated on what's going on. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. And I'm catching up on the chat. And so, Wolf, you got a man. Sounds like your last RV park owner was just nothing but trouble. Only staying here a few more months, already found a new park that's only around $700 a month and can have outside campfires. That's awesome. Oh, and Gabriel's saying, I love the services. Wish they could be even longer. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, and a cookie for Ori. All right. So, okay, just checking to make sure. All right, we'll get your cookie and then prayers for Miss Jackal. And I feel like saying a prayer. Don't do anything rash, okay? But for Ori, and I feel like Jehuti may be the one to ask for Ori. You will be able to achieve success in your career. So for Ori, you will be able to achieve success in your career. Onward and upward, our friend. You'll be able to achieve success in your career. And we ask Sekhmet and Anapu in particular to protect Mrs. Jackal, who is planning to try to do things for the greater good, but that might entail a certain amount of risk. We ask that you help give her guidance and temperance. And how does it, I'm thinking of our other prayer. All right, because I know you're here. Guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. Please do these for Mrs. Jackal and for everyone that's trying to work for the greater good, to pursue what they believe to be right. May you give them counsel, and may their eyes see you every day. So. Alrighty. Well, if there's some other requests, I will I'll put out that last call for wisdom, y'all, before we wrap this up. And it's funny. I've been getting several requests to expand or to do more, and I would love to, but I'm also having to kind of juggle other things as well. I'm spent this week working on figuring out formatting and stuff like that on the novel that I'm working on, and trying to do some things with that. And there's folks that I'm going to be trying to email and call and get in touch with and try to see what kind of sorts of things we can plan for this year. And I hope that all that goes well. I ask for the gods to shine and blessing on those endeavors. And I guess I'll tell you guys about our fun and hijinks when we went to just do something as simple as go out to dinner for our anniversary on Monday, because it was after work, and I had to help Darren get dressed and spiffy, and then I have a particular type of kimono. It's called a kurotomesure, which is a black formal kimono. That's something that generally married women wear that, like if they're going to their children's wedding or graduation or something like that. That's funny. At the time I got it, it was just because, oh, hey, a black kimono. I really dig that. But for this instance, it being our 30th anniversary, I thought that would be rather appropriate. So I get in that, and I get the obi tied and all that. And that is not easy to do, by the way, especially you can do it by yourself. I think I was technically doing it the hard way, but I managed to get all that together with a particular bow in the back and all that good stuff. And we're going to go to a Japanese restaurant, right? They were closed. And then there's another one in town. They had just closed. So we ended up going to a steakhouse, and I'm in a formal Japanese kimono, and I'm like, okay, this is crazy. But yeah, that's what we ended up doing. So, Darren's birthday is coming up. Maybe we can try a repeat for that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Who do we need to beat? Can I get a prayer of protection and support for getting my finances back and for this harassment stuff? Absolutely. You know what? Here, I've got a candle for Montu. And I tell you what, we will light it for Ori. And we will ask Montu to protect Ori, to help Ori to get some things straight, and anyone who's bothering Ori to be turned aside very firmly. Hail Amontu, strong of arm, God with 4 Ba's united as one, Lord of Jurti, Lord of Armant, Lord of Medamud, and Lord of Waset, star of the gods who rises in heaven, Makhabol who rages upon the earth. You slaughter the enemies of Ra, and your form is Montu of Jurti. You defend the 2 lands from evil as Horus, strong of arm. O God with 4 heads on 1 neck, primeval one who stirred forth creation, Omantu Ra, greatest God. May you protect our dear friend Ori, our admin who is so good at what he does and so helpful to all of us. Be helpful for him as he has been helpful for us. So there we go. We'll set that candle right here. Oh yeah. Well, I noticed the steakhouse that we went to. Most of the people that were there were for like birthdays and stuff. So, I think we were the only one well, only two that weren't there for a birthday party or some kind of schmooze. But
You both were pretty nicely dressed.
yeah. All right.
Must have been interesting dodging steak sauce.
Well, I was eating. Well, I was eating very carefully. We don't put sauce on ours, but we were eating very carefully. So, or I was, to make sure I didn't mess up that kimono. But it's funny. I came home and I found some other accoutrements for her, because the thing is, and I'm sharing this for anyone that decides, oh, I'd love to get a kimono, because there are plenty of places that sell those, and you go to anime shows, and sometimes you've got folks that sell them. If you want one of the really nice ones with the obi, there's a lot of accessories that come with it, a lot of things that are used to tie it and to wrap around those ties, and the little pillow to form the rounded bow in the back and stuff like that. So and if you want a really formal one, a good thing to get is a piece of like cotton cloth, and they'll sell those, that you tack into the back as a lining to protect the back of that kimono from the oils on your neck. And that's something I didn't know with my first one. So I'll have to get that fixed up. But a really good website that I've found is Ohio Kimono, spelled like the state. They actually have lots of little facts and other information on that. So for those that are interested. But hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Otzba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shanit in Yunu, endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu, endures. As the name of Asat in Acheru endures. As the name of Sutech in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Deb endures. As the name of Jehuti in Chemenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Horu. You have come in peace, O Yonachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Horu, O Yunachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I'm with you, Rabbit. You know, I've and you don't need to apologize for being angry on behalf of one of ours. That's to learn that somebody's harassing them and wanting to go and stomp on them. But that's why we've lit a candle for Montu. Because simply put, he's the god of war. But that's not. It's not that simple. Probably not in any pantheon, but certainly in the Egyptian one, because there are other deities that also could preside over that. But he's an aspect of Ra and also a defender of Ra, and I think an appropriate choice if somebody needs protection. So that's why we lit a candle for him, and we ask the gods to step in with their strong arm and their far reach and protect those that we love. So
They have the figurative descriptors.
Yeah.
Sweeping of shoulder, strong of arm,
yeah,
arm upraised.
mm-hmm. And also it's paralleled with Horus, so also appropriate for tonight. But
Yeah, I'm also thinking of excuse me.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rabbit's asking, could we also light some candles to other folks, on their behalf? Well, check on the Discord. I suspect that he won't mind, but we'll absolutely, send prayers and for everyone that needs it, because we've got folks that are, going to the doctor tomorrow, the people that are studying for tests, and all these things. And I guess, reading a little bit of astrology and, for the year ahead, for the Chinese, zodiac, and stuff like that. There's a lot of recurring themes about decisive energy and building on things from the previous year, and stuff like that. So, just be deliberate. Definitely said for me, be deliberate.
Man was who I couldn't think of earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So thank you, as always, for joining us. Hope everyone has a great week ahead. A relaxing weekend. And that you'll join us next week. Next Friday. And next Friday is actually Friday the 13th.
Yay.
Yeah, we have a Friday the 13th
And if it's easy to remember. If you have a Friday the 13th in February, you'll have one in March as well. Because the way that those 2 months work out, the date, the numbers and the days of the week, stay the same. So yeah, we have 2 of them coming up.
Jason,
Huh?
the double helping of Camp Crystal Lake.
Never go back to Camp Crystal.
Something like that. But
But yeah, I wonder if Mercury being retrograde during either of these times.
Mercury retrograde doesn't happen until later in March, if I remember right. And Google is your friend on that. You can find out all sorts of things.
Yes,
Yeah. So
Google is very helpful.
yeah, but thanks again, guys, and lots of love for all of you. And I've got to go and see what the rest of my brood is doing now. So everyone have a wonderful week, and lots of love, and see you next Friday.